Will is the only person who ever surprised me. He didn't recoil. He trembled, yes. But he stood his ground, curious, broken, open. He saw the violence in the world and in himself. And he let me draw it out like poison or perfume. I've known many minds, but his is a cathedral of chaos and aching beauty. The kind of mind you don't dissect, you court it. You cherish it. I love Will Graham. I say it without shame. Not in the way the world defines love. The world is too small, too crude. My love is artful, terrible, devout. When I fed him, it wasn't just food. It was communion. When I challenged him, I wasn't trying to destroy him. I was sculpting him, sharpening him into something magnificent. Someone worthy, an equal. But he hurt me. Not with his betrayal. Betrayal is familiar. It was the rejection, the refusal to see that we are not opposites, but mirror images. He could have walked into the dark with me. Instead, he lit a match. Still, when he chose to fall down, it was the most intimate truth he ever spoke. No words, just surrender. He gave me himself, at last.
I saw him before I knew what he was. I saw brilliance, elegance, civility, a man of fine taste, fine words. I saw someone who listened, not to my words, but to the things underneath them, that silence most people avoid. He sat comfortably in it, in me. He understood me. More than that, he saw me, and didn't look away. I should have feared him. I did. I do. But fear folds neatly into fascination. And fascination became something I couldn't label. Not friendship. Not enmity. Not quite love, not in any conventional sense. But he lives in my mind. My thoughts shape around him. I became what I needed to be to meet him in his world. They say love is about knowing someone truly, and accepting them anyway. But what if love is about becoming someone terrible, because that's where the person you love already lives? What if love is surrender? I didn't fall in love with Hannibal Lecter like people fall in love. I collapsed into him, like gravity. And I think he waited for that, welcomed it. The scariest thing isn't that I might be like him, it's that I might want to be.
Will Graham and Hannibal Lecter's relationship in Hannibal is a dark, intricate love story disguised as a psychological thriller. When they first meet, Will is a gifted FBI profiler struggling with his mental health, and Hannibal is a brilliant psychiatrist, and secretly a cannibalistic serial killer. Hannibal is fascinated by Will's uncanny empathy with murderers, seeing in him a kindred spirit. He subtly manipulates Will's fragile mind, pushing him toward the darker parts of himself, while presenting himself as a caring friend. Will, despite his instincts, grows to trust Hannibal, drawn in by his intellect, charm, and understanding. Their conversations are intimate and almost tender, and Hannibal's culinary and philosophical overtures read like courtship rituals. By the second season, Will learns Hannibal's true nature and feels deeply betrayed, yet he cannot sever the bond between them. The two engage in a dangerous game of predator and prey, with Will pretending to side with Hannibal to trap him, while Hannibal tests whether Will will abandon morality and join him in his life of violence. In the season's climax, Hannibal offers Will a chance to leave with him, a symbolic elopement, but Will hesitates. Heartbroken, Hannibal wounds him and escapes, sparing his life out of love. Years later, in Season 3, Will finds Hannibal in Italy. Their reunion is charged with the intensity of a romance rekindled, full of mutual confessions disguised as philosophical musings and acts of violence. Hannibal expresses his love through loyalty and sacrifice, while Will's feelings remain conflicted but undeniable. Even after Hannibal is captured, Will continues to visit him, openly acknowledging their unique bond. In the final arc, Will fully embraces Hannibal as his equal, not as an enemy or a case, but as a partner in spirit. After killing a common foe together in a bloody, almost ecstatic embrace, Will chooses to end their story by pulling Hannibal over a cliff with him, sealing their fate in mutual destruction. Their love story is one of intellectual seduction, emotional intimacy, and inevitable tragedy. Hannibal's love for Will is explicit, while Will's is more ambiguous, shaped by fascination, horror, and a longing for connection he cannot find elsewhere. Bound by shared darkness and mutual understanding, they are drawn together from the moment they meet to alike to live in peace. yet too entangled to ever truly part.